Hello everybody, this is Jusu Kim, your local real estate agent. Today, here I am standing in front of our beautiful lady, another Valley Stream community member, and in front of her house, as a matter of fact, with beautiful flowers. And I want to find out what those flowers are and what they do. Let's ask her name and find out more about these native plants. May I have your name, please?
Hi, my name's Rebecca Vargas.
Hi, Rebecca. Thank you so much for giving me the interview today. So I know you are, you have these beautiful gardens, right? And you mentioned that to me that these are native plants.
Yes.
So what exactly the definition of a native plant and what are the benefits of having native plants?
Well, native plants are plants that are adapted to an area. So they're adapted to the climate and the soil and like the, rainfall, amounts. And here in the United States, native plants are considered any plants that were here before European settlers arrived. So anything that was present before that is considered a native plant. These species, many of them have been growing in this area for hundreds or even thousands of years.
Before we came along.
Yes, before we came along, for sure. Yes.
What are the benefits of having native plants?
Well, the benefits are that, first of all, they're adapted to the area, to the soil, to the climate, so they don't really need to be watered. They don't need to be tended and fertilized the way that regular flowers usually need to. And also they create habitat and food for wildlife, our local native wildlife. We have a lot of native bees and native butterflies and birds. And so all these plants, they bring in these insects that also help, like the birds and everything.
It sounds wonderful. So when you say that they don't need to be watered as often, how often do you water them?
Never, really. When you plant a native garden, you just need to water them for the first 2 years to just help the garden get established, and then after that it would just live off the rain.
You mean all these beautiful orange flowers behind you and those gorgeous flowers behind?
Right.
You didn't water them yesterday or today?
No. The only thing I water is my apple tree, which is not native, I don't believe. I have an apple tree in the middle here, but everything else, it lives off the rain. They do their own thing, and as I was mentioning to you, by winter everything will be gone here pretty much. These are perennial plants. That means they come back on their own. I don't have to plant them, but everything dies down. Sorry, I live in a commercial zone, it's so noisy. Everything dies back and disappears, and then in the spring everything just grows by itself. It sprouts up, and I don't have to do anything. I don't have to spray anything. I don't have to add any kind of nutrients or fertilizer. I don't have to water.
I don't have to give a miracle
Well,
grow to get
no.
these orange flowers?
Definitely not. No miracle grow.
Oh my God, that
Yeah.
is just wonderful to hear. Even if it really is so hard to believe.
No, yes, it's true. They're adapted. If you have the right plants in the right place where they're supposed to be, you don't need to baby them.
Could you give us a few names of native plants? Like, for example, the orange flowers and the one behind.
These orange flowers are called butterfly weed, not butterfly bush. They're butterfly weed. The scientific name is Asclepias tuberosa, and that's a host plant for the monarch butterfly, which is fascinating. I encourage anybody to look up the life cycle and the monarch butterfly. They're incredible. The one behind, the tall one, is common milkweed. That's also a milkweed. It's Asclepias syriaca, I believe. That's also a host plant for the monarch butterfly, and it's very beneficial for bees and other insects. What else do we have? Down here, this is a good ground cover. People are always asking about ground covers. This is creeping phlox, and that's usually available in Home Depot. It's one of the few native plants that are available. And this puts out little purple flowers in the spring. It's beautiful. It's like a carpet of purple flowers. And then once the flowers go away, it's just a green ground cover.
And then you're saying these flowers do not need that much tending like we do, like a water every day, like especially when it's really hot, like past few days.
No.
Okay.
All I do really is weed. I do some weeding. I'm out here every week, just checking on things. But as the years go by and the garden fills in, it starts to need less and less weeding. Yeah.
That's just simply amazing. Simply amazing.
Yeah.
So I also know that you're part of Valley Stream Beautification Committee and part of the other organization. And could you tell us a little bit about each committee work and organization?
Well, the Valley Stream Beautification Committee, we're focused on beautifying the village and with different projects. So There we have one area that focuses on like litter cleanup and that kind of thing, and then we have another side, I guess, that focuses on creating plantings. And some are not necessarily native, but there is a native planting at Hendrickson, down by the handball courts down there. There's a little thing that we planted, and so it's just trying to beautify the village. That's what we do there. And then I'm also affiliated with Rewild Long Island. So that's an organization based in Port Washington, and we teach about sustainable landscaping, and we help people get information and also get their hands on native plants. We have 2 plant sales every year, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my involvement with those 2 organizations.
We really appreciate you. That's great. I helped you just a couple of times to weed and water the beautiful garden nearby Handball Court.
Right.
And you already told me how it's like sprouting by itself.
Right.
And it's just like a really beautiful to see. I know a lot of people want to grow native plants, and because I see, most of the times I drive around town, I see like a lot of green grass, which is beautiful.
Right.
But anybody who wants to grow native plants, what would be the first step?
The first step would be to learn about native plants in our area. There are a few usual suspects like the butterfly weed, the milkweeds. These things they grow anyway. Usually when you stop mowing, they pop up anyway. But you can go like the Audubon website, Audubon with birds. They have a search, like a, what do you call it? Like you can put in your zip code and they can give you a list of plants native to your area. Of course, Rewild Long Island too can tell you, like they have I believe we have a few planting like suggestions and plans and plant lists. So the first thing is to just learn about the topic, why native plants are important, Then once you're ready, you can prep a small area of your lawn. If you're trying to reduce your lawn, you can prep a small area. It's very simple. And then, you just start small. I would never recommend doing like an entire lawn tear out, even though I wish everybody would tear out their entire lawn, but I would recommend doing a little bit at a time. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for the suggestions. And with those suggestions in mind, if anybody wants to ask you questions, anything, is there any email that they can send questions to?
Yeah, sure. If you want to get in touch with me, you can email me at rebecca@rewildlongisland.org. That's, and I'll get in touch.
Great. I am so proud of interviewing another Valley Stream community member who's knowledgeable in native planting, and thank you so much for the great interview.
Thank you. Can I just say one more thing?
Yes. Sorry.
Well, before we go, I just want to stress, right now we're in a time of water shortages across the country. These things, we have to really think about what we're doing with our water. And native plants, we are conserving water with native plants. And we have to think about how many pesticides and herbicides we're spraying. Native plants, you don't have to spray anything. So, this is, for me, it's creating an oasis in a commercial zone, but every single person who owns a parcel of land can potentially do something like this and create habitat, and try to like save water and, just prevent pollution. And we just do too much pollution right now, and we have to really think about our resources, right? So native plants are an important part of that. I just wanted to,
I totally
emphasize
forgot
that.
to ask you that too. Thank you so much for reminding us. Yes, I appreciate your help very much. And again, thank you for the great interview.
Thank you.